Hi everyone. So first off, I just want to say that I apologize. This video is posted late. I messed up my date and I didn't see the email. So if you have to go back to watch mine, if you do, I apologize for that. And I also apologize if I mispronounce any of these words. Alright, so for my video, I had the law of Pragnanz, which is the essence of the ultimate meaning of an experience. In the lecture, it also defines it as a force fields in the brain which organizes and simplifies incoming information and making psychological experiences organized. Alright, so Max Wertheimer introduced the law in 1923 in a paper which discussed the Gestalt theory. Kurt Kudolf and Wolfgang Kohler were also founders of this law. Alright, so the law of Pragnanz is also known as the law of simplicity, which means that humans prefer order rather than chaos in their lives, especially when it comes to school. Pragnanz is one of the main principles of Gestalt, which we learned in the lecture and what that is. This law is related to precapular constancy, sorry if I said that wrong, which implies or shows that cognitive experience is organized. So there are four areas of this, four areas of this part, which is size. So when I thought of the size, I thought of the movie Elf, and so at the beginning, you know, he's a human, so he's a lot bigger than the elves, and so how they shot that is that he would be farther away from the rest of the actors to make him look like he was larger than everybody else, even though he is the same size of everybody or a little bit taller. The next one is shape. Our brain knows that the shapes stay the same no matter what. So in the lecture, she explained the door example. So if it's closed, you're going to see that it's a rectangle, and as it opens, the angles change, but the shape stays the same. Next is color constancy, which means that the colors stay the same no matter the lighting or the shading. So an example I saw with that is, does everybody remember like the big dress thing that happened a couple years ago when it was either gold or white or black and blue, and you know, everybody was saying no it's this, no it's that, even though it's one color and it's just different shading. The last one is object, and that means that everything stays the same no matter what. When I thought about this, I thought of the Olympic logo, and it talked a lot about that when I was doing my research. It says that they may look chaotic, but our brain allows us to see the circles interlocking with each other and causing order. The last thing I want to talk about is a quote from Aristotle, which is, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And I thought that just summed up this law really well and just kind of explains everything. So some life examples I thought of while reading this quote. I thought of when there is two people, you know, fighting or lack of communication, and you're kind of the middle person. You kind of have to see both sides of a story to actually understand what's going on or before judging. You know, also walking in other people's shoes and kind of see where they're coming from. The next one I also thought was a puzzle. You know, you have all these scattered pieces everywhere and it's kind of a mess at the beginning, but as you go along and put those pieces in the right spot, it makes a beautiful image, and you know, it's all clear now and organized. And the last one was a picture, again kind of like the puzzle. You have all your colors and you have all your supplies. It's all kind of just a big mess, but as you start adding and adding, it becomes a beautiful picture. Alright, so for my resources, I did get my information from the lecture and the links in the description box below. Those were the websites that I used. Thank you.